Welcome to episode 9, and we're going to do some more expansion all along the front here. You can see we're coming from the Canadian border into upstate New York here, and this battle, looking at the numbers, I should lose, and looking at who I'm fighting as well. And Lawrence is okay. Davy is awful there, you can see he reformed. And what I have for numbers, you can see, is I'm outnumbered by around 1,000 people. So what I'm going to do is basically use the system and fireboat the hell out of them. The Simcoe just has no tactics, so that's one of the reasons why you can never get a fireboat off. But Matthews is good. Matthews is really good. I'm going to try to reform him because he will lose a lot in this battle. But I got to get him under a higher ranking general like Carleton or Gage if I'm going to get him reformed off. That is where I'm having big difficulties in keeping this front going, and it's not going as fast as I want it to go because of all the troops I have are just mediocre that are under the mediocre generals. And you can see just how devastated the colonial or the Continental Army here is just getting hammered by fireboats, except for Simcoe, who just bought the farm there. There's one down, 2 to go. The fireboats just mowed them down. I've never really seen the AI ever do fireboats, especially on this difficulty, but I don't think they do it on any difficulty. I might be wrong. All of those, you can see Davy is struggling. And just pelting them with fireboats. They just do massive damage. And just confronting them at the river right here just was everything. And Matthews is going to take huge casualties in this battle, but it is a big win fighting off these Americans here. You can see Americans lost big here. You can't get one off every time, and that's okay. Yeah, just captured them there. They tried coming across from New York into Montreal and couldn't get it. Lafayette is in prison finally. Lawrence is going to jail. Those are 2 strong leaders. I got all 3 of those guys. Basically, the insects came into the spider's web there. I put Simcoe on reform. He's not the greatest guerrilla out there, but he's not bad. Alright, we're going back into Massachusetts again, which have just been disasters the last couple times we've done it. And I'm bringing a big party here with some big names, some reformed and drafted names. Every commander I have here is pretty capable. And finally, you can see I outnumber them 2 to 1 at least. And Finally, the Americans don't have that great of a Nisbet. I like that guy. Don't have that great of a force to go against my army now here. Carleton is just a machine on his own. He could take out this whole thing. Glover's not looking the greatest there after Mason. Yeah, he's awful. Willett doesn't have a cannon, so sucks for him. He'll be easy to get. Gensvort. Can't wait to capture him. I'm tired of seeing him. So you can see I have men going up and down. Oh, Glover is caught. I have forces coming from the north and hitting them from the south as well. Oh, he got away. He ain't that big a deal. He doesn't have a cannon. I want to capture Mason because he does have a cannon. P-Funk left. Alright, give me them cannons. Mason's caught. He's not that great of artillery, but anyway. And all we have left up here is Mr. PG, which we will dispose of shortly. Actually, I think he just takes off because there's so many. Yeah, he runs away. I'm going to have to fight this dude again. We finally have red in Massachusetts. Glover, you're going to jail. Probably could have freed Glover because I am going to try to capture all of New England in this episode. He wouldn't be coming back, but it's alright. I'm rich already. This battle is going to not be the easiest. You can see Elvin Thomas is back here. Bring a lot of guys, but the problem is the Americans have really good guys like Nathan Hale and JT there. JT's lacking in other things. Franks is not bad. And then, of course, PG there. And then Tench. This guy just will never go away. T-Square. And here's the big problem I have in this battle. These guys are not trained very well. I'm sending mediocre to crappy troops and commanders into this fight, and I'm going to lose a lot of people. Tench runs away. And I'm going to have to get a couple of my guys out of here so they don't get captured. Can't really afford to lose anybody else being captured. And this battle could have swung either way. Alright, I get D. Franks. Finally, we get PG. And then it's just Elvin Thomas left. This guy has been a pain in my side throughout this whole war. Now I know the computer said, hey, capture the commander-in-chief within 2 months for a special bonus and stuff like that. I'm not really sure who the commander-in-chief is right now. It might be Thomas here, but we'll find out if we capture him. But it is not to be. I just don't have the manpower to get Thomas here. Even though he has awful training, he's still good. And you can see Stuart got in prison. So I do lose one person there. We're going to go back in, this time by sea. And Franks is sitting there as a sitting duck because he lost all his troops. And if I just take over Thomas, the show's over. You see I'm bringing in better people this time. Counting everyone by 2,000. Now, got to get these guys down here and then corner them. Corner Thomas, because he's going to get out of that fort eventually once my navy comes up on there. Because no one wants to be pelted with an artillery. And the battle for New England's been going back and forth. In this episode, I'm going to finally get some leeway through it and capture some big names. And it looks like I might not have too many more episodes of this campaign because it's looking really good for my side. But you never know. They had me on the ropes with Thomas Gage in the battle. They caught him. I would have lost. Brought Brunswick up for just basically an occupying force so I can keep going with Grant. And what I'll do is just corner him if he tries to go northward. And then he's done, son. Grant can be better. I just gotta take some time to train him. It'd hard to give him some more arms. You can see Thomas is trying to go north now because my ships are coming at him. But should have left earlier. That is crushing right there. And he runs off. But he does leave his comrade, Franks, who had no men, so he's automatically captured. And Gainsborough, I don't know how to say his name, let's call him PG, there's Franks. So 2 big captures. Oh, and Nathan Hale, he's going to be executed. The Brits don't like him very much, they see him as a traitor. And that's not going to happen. We're not going in there just yet. But don't worry, it will happen. See, I get some more troops back from being reformed. And it also looks like some Royal line that came in up north in the White Plains. Alright, now we're taking over the rest of Connecticut here. Lining my guys up. Thomas is not going to go down easy, even though he's like 185. Guy's training on that yard's a joke. The only thing he's got going for him is his arms. I have Grant on the go. Just gotta train him up. So we finally get Thomas. glad to put him in prison. Now you can see Connecticut's fully in our control. Here we go. We're going into Norwich. Last time we went here, it was a disaster. We didn't even have everyone with boats trying to go across the river. This time we're gonna make it. I'm pretty sure. Looks good in our favor. Yeah, we're good. Hope to get him finally. Ewing is alright. Not the greatest out there, obviously. I'm gonna cross my guys around the river and not have them get blown up by artillery, even though there's not that many. And then once we flush the Cobb out of the fort, we'll surround the town. Finally got him, and we got his cannons. We'll flushed him out. Now we're going to get into the fort and use that cover to take Ewing, which we do. Now let's end this struggle for New York right here. Just a rush down of New York. Now there is some militia. Obviously, you see right here, they're going to try to take off. Gold Silman is just completely outnumbered. He'll run away as soon as I get up there. It's just a matter of getting up there. And we just took over Connecticut and New York in a swift, graceful manner. You can see Silman just takes off. Hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. We're going to try to take Boston. We haven't had Boston since the very first turn of the game. But they got some decent guys here. I am outnumbered by 100. Carleton obviously is really good. He's a machine, but Green, that guy is never that great. Neither is Burr, but both of them are juiced here with arms or training or something. They both have terrible bodies, so they're not that great to use in campaigns. I usually just use both of them, just occupy districts. You can see I use troops to divert Green just to try to melt down Burr, because Burr is the main unit that's here, and it's not going to be enough. Once Green comes up, it's just going to be too much for me to handle. Burr really mowed my guys down at the fort. Gotta get Rawdon out of there. Do not want to lose Carleton, so we're just gonna hightail it out of here. And we'll be back. It was just a shot to see what's going on in Boston. All I have is Burr, so it's gonna be okay. Yeah, people are deserting, low morale. Alright, I'll be back in another episode.